Hey, today is going to be our last math lesson, and you can see up at the top it's pretty short math lesson. There are only 4 slides, including this one. We're just going to be talking about 3D shapes. I just want you to worry about the bases. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And the bigger words, don't let them give you too much anxiety right away. Just worry about what shape is on the bottom. All right, let's get started. I'm going to have trouble writing on this. This is actually my second recording. I was having trouble writing on here because it's so small. So if you type on yours will be less sloppy than mine. All right, let's get started. A solid figure has 3 dimensions, length, width, and height. Polyhedrons, such as prisms and pyramids, are 3-dimensional figures with faces that are polygons. A prism is a polyhedron that has 2 congruent polygons as bases. A polyhedron's lateral faces are polygons that connect with the bases. The lateral faces of a prism are connected. A prism's base shape is used to name the solid figure. The base shape of the prism is a triangle. The prism is a triangular prism. Identify these base shapes. I might be able to make this bigger now that I've read that top part. This might be a little bit better. We'll try it. All right, it says identify the base shapes of the prism. Identify the base shapes of the prism. Use the terms in the box to correctly name the prism by its base shape. So we're going to be using that there. And it looks like I forgot that. Okay, so the first one, we would call that a box, right? It's like what Amazon ships stuff to your house in. But when you're talking in mathematical terms, you need to use the proper identification for it. So the base shape is the shape that it's sitting on. So what shape is that? It's a rectangle, right? Parallelogram, but we would call that one a rectangle. So I'm going to write rectangle here. Now mine is going to get sloppy. Please type for yours. You only have 9 of them. And then name the solid figure. So we're going to come back to the types of prisms, and we're going to look for one that says rectangle, and we have rectangular prism. So oops, I forgot my eye. Now I'm going to switch colors for the next one just so you can tell them apart. What is the base shape of this one? Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. A 5-sided figure, if you remember from the last math lesson, is a pentagon. P-E-N-T means 5. Pentagon. And then you look for it in the types of prisms, and we have a pentagonal prism. Okay, and then the next one, I'll switch to yellow. The base shape is here, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's a 6-sided figure called? 6-sided figure would be a hexagon. So H-E-X-A-G-O-N. So then you go to the box and you find the one that has hex in it, and it's a hexagonal prism. I don't know why my eyes never come out. And then I'll switch to red for the last one, and the base is there. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. An 8-sided figure is an octagon. And so we come back to here and we look for oct. O-C-T means 8, like octopus, has 8 legs, and it's an octagonal prism. That one was really bad. I can't type on this Google Jams, which is frustrating. But so you go based on the base shape. All right, let's carry on to the next page. A pyramid is a polyhedron with only one base. The lateral faces of a pyramid are triangles that meet at the common vertex. So you can see that there are different types of pyramids, and there's a box right there that tells you what type. It says, like a prism, a pyramid is named for the base of its shape. Identify the base shape of the pyramid and use the terms in the box to correctly name the pyramid by its base shape. So the base shape is a triangle for the first one. Tri means 3. And so we would come over here and it's a triangular pyramid. And I'm getting all up into the other one. Let me erase that and try to squeeze it in underneath. Triangular pyramid, P-Y-R-A-M-I-D. All right, close enough. All right, the next one, what is the base shape? I'll switch to blue for this one. Base shape is a square. And so that would make it a square pyramid. All right, and then the next one, I'll switch to green for. And the base shape, this one, I like to count the sides because you don't want to miscalculate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, 5 is pent, P-E-N-T. So it's a pentagon. And so it's a pentagonal pyramid. I guess I'm going to need to invest in one of the fancy pens that will write on here. All right, and then there are some non-polyhedrons. Some three-dimensional figures have curved sides. These solid figures are not polyhedrons. There's a cone. It has one circular base and one curved surface that comes to a point. A cylinder is like a can of beans. A cylinder has two congruent circular bases and one curved surface. And then a sphere has no bases and one curved surface. All right, so let's do these ones now. Classify the solid figure, write prism, pyramid, cone, cylinder, or sphere. Now for the first one, the base is here. And it's not a pyramid, even though it kind of looks like it might be. It's a rectangular rectangular prism. And then the next one is like a ball, so that would be a sphere. The next one has a base shape, but then they all come to a point, so that's a pyramid, and I'm going to get fancy and name that pyramid. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's a hexagonal. G-O-N-A-L, hexagonal pyramid. Okay, the next one on the bottom is not a pyramid, sphere, or cylinder. So I'm going to count the size. It makes it a prism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 was pent. Pentagonal prism. A prism is just a fancy word for a shape, especially if it's not defined by cylinder, sphere, or pyramid. Okay, next one, all the points come together, so that's a pyramid. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a pentagonal pyramid. And again, you'll be able to type on yours. And then that last one is like a squatty can of beans. So that is a cylinder. And that's what your homework is for today. Good luck.